There comes a moment in every day when life places a mirror in front of you, not to judge you, but to remind you that you were never created to drift through hours without intention. Each sunrise whispers its invitation. Fix what you keep postponing. Because the difference between stagnant lives and rising lives is not talent, not luck, not background, it's the courage to repair the places inside you that you've allowed to break quietly. You cannot march into your destiny carrying yesterday's clutter, yesterday's excuses, yesterday's fears. You have to rise with the determination of someone who refuses to let a single day go to waste. Fix these 12 things, and the atmosphere around your life will shift like dawn breaking through fog. First, fix your thoughts. Every day your mind becomes the architect of your future. If your thoughts wander into darkness, your decisions follow. If your thoughts stay chained to insecurity, your actions shrink. Strengthen your inner dialogue, redirect the storms, guard the gates of your mind like a kingdom worth protecting. Fix your attitude. Sometimes the difference between breakthrough and breakdown is simply the posture of your heart. You can face the same problem with bitterness or with boldness, and the outcome will be completely different. Your attitude shapes the climate you walk in. Fix your discipline. Nothing grows without consistency. Dreams die not because they are impossible, but because people touch them only when they feel motivated. Discipline is the quiet engine of greatness. Make yourself show up even when your feelings don't cooperate. Fix your focus. Every day you're pulled in 1,000 directions, but power requires concentration. You cannot chase everything and catch something. Narrow your aim. Silence the noise. Pour yourself into the assignment that actually matters. Fix your faith in yourself. Not arrogance, not ego, just the simple courage to believe that what is inside you is enough to start. You keep asking for signs, proof, validation, applause, but the world rarely cheers for seeds, it waits for fruit. Believe before anyone sees. Fix your words. Every sentence you speak plants something. Some plant healing, some plant doubt, some plant destruction. Speak like someone who understands the weight of language. Speak life into your home, your work, your dreams, your future. Fix your habits. You cannot pray for a transformed life and keep repeating the patterns that sabotage you. Audit your routines. Replace the habits that drain you with habits that develop you. Daily improvements are stronger than occasional miracles. Fix your relationships. Stop giving unlimited access to people who don't value your growth. Stop investing energy into places that only take and never build. Surround yourself with people who stretch you upward, not tie you backward. Fix your frustrations. Don't let small disappointments poison your entire day. Learn to release quickly. Learn to breathe. Learn to close chapters that no longer deserve your emotional rent. Peace is not found, it is managed. Fix your time. It is the most expensive currency you have. Spend it wisely. Spend it intentionally. Spend it building what will outlive you. Don't let distractions devour the hours meant for development. Fix your confidence, not the loud kind that needs attention, but the quiet strength that says, I can handle this. I was built for this. I've survived too much to doubt myself now. Fix your purpose. Every day remind yourself why you're here. Not to please everyone, not to shrink, not to blend into the background. You were made to contribute, to build, to elevate, to leave something on this earth that speaks even after you're gone. And if you can fix these 12 things daily, not perfectly, not instantly, but intentionally, you will watch your life rise with an unshakable momentum. Because destiny does not respond to wishes, it responds to alignment. And every correction you make is a step toward the life that has been waiting for you all along. When you wake up each day, the first battlefield you encounter is not in your workplace, not in the conversations you will have, not in the challenges waiting for you. The first battlefield is inside your own mind. Your thoughts rise before you rise. They move before your feet touch the floor. They shape the tone of your day, the strength of your choices, and the direction of your actions. This is why you must fix your thoughts every single day, because your mind is the command center that whispers either courage or fear into your spirit. And whatever voice you choose to entertain will become the architect of your reality. You cannot afford to start your day with the residue of yesterday's negativity dripping into your new hours. If your mind is cluttered with old worries, invisible enemies begin to sabotage your present strength. Thoughts are like seeds, and every seed has a future inside it. If you sow thoughts of defeat, they will bloom into decisions that shrink your potential. But if you sow thoughts of power, possibility, and clarity, they will grow into actions that align with the life you're trying to build. Your thoughts are not just ideas floating around. They are builders shaping the blueprint of your destiny. Every day, you must take inventory of what's living inside your mind. Some thoughts need to be evicted. Some fears need to be silenced. Some worries need to be broken apart before they break you. The mind, if left unattended, becomes a wild garden where weeds grow faster than intentions. But the mind, when disciplined and tended to daily, becomes a fortress that even storms cannot shake. You have to decide what will stay and what will go. You have to challenge the lies that whisper you're not enough. You have to interrupt the memories that try to convince you your future cannot be different from your past. Fixing your thoughts requires honesty. You must acknowledge the mental habits you've allowed to live rent-free for years, the insecurities you've fed, the doubts you've rehearsed, the fears you've entertained until they started to feel like truth. Your thoughts create a lens, and through that lens you interpret everything. If the lens is fogged with self-doubt, you won't see opportunities clearly. If it's tinted with fear, you'll misinterpret challenges as threats instead of stepping stones. When the lens is foggy, even blessings look blurry. That is why you must clean the lens daily, not occasionally. Fixing your thoughts also requires discipline. You cannot allow every emotion to drag your mind in its direction. You cannot let every situation dictate the climate of your inner world. Some days your thoughts will try to wander into old wounds, but you must redirect them. Some moments your mind will try to replay conversations that hurt you, but you must interrupt the cycle. Even strong people fall into mental traps, but strong people also know how to climb back out. Strength is not the absence of negative thoughts. It is the decision to confront them instead of surrendering to them. The mind becomes powerful when you learn to feed it intentionally. Read what elevates you. Listen to what strengthens you. Surround yourself with voices that remind you of your purpose. Train your mind to search for solutions instead of dwelling on problems. When fear rises, challenge it with truth. When doubt whispers, respond with evidence of how far you've already come. When insecurity tries to shrink you, remind yourself that growth often begins in uncomfortable places. Every day, your mind is shaping the life you will walk into. And if you fix your thoughts daily, if you command them, align them, discipline them, you will notice your entire life shifting, because a renewed mind becomes the engine of a renewed future. Your attitude is the atmosphere you carry, and every day that atmosphere either invites growth or suffocates it. You can't control every situation that walks into your life, but you can control the posture in which you receive it. Attitude is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about choosing the spirit with which you rise to face the imperfect. Some people lose battles they could have won simply because they approached them with bitterness instead of belief. The heart you bring into the day determines how much strength you will have to conquer it. Your attitude is a quiet language. It speaks before your words do. It introduces you before your name does. It shapes the way people respond to you, the way opportunities open for you, and the way you interpret the world around you. A negative attitude makes even blessings feel heavy because you are carrying them with the wrong spirit. A defeated attitude turns small inconveniences into storms, but a strengthened attitude, a grounded attitude, turns storms into classrooms and pressure into preparation. Fixing your attitude means refusing to let temporary emotions take permanent command. Every morning, you must untangle your spirit from whatever tried to poison your peace the day before. You must not carry yesterday's frustration into today's assignment. The heart was never designed to hold that much noise. You have to release the little things so you have room for the big things. When you choose to protect your attitude, you protect your energy, your clarity, your creativity, your ability to see possibilities where others only see problems. Attitude is not something that changes itself. It requires work. You have to challenge the moods that drag you down. You have to recognize when your spirit is tightening, when your patience is thinning, when your energy is leaking. You must learn to pause before your emotions write you into a situation you never wanted. You must train yourself to respond, not react. Reactions are impulsive and emotional. Responses are thoughtful and grounded. The difference between the two often determines whether you escalate chaos or rise above it. There will be days when your attitude is tested by people who misunderstand you, disappoint you, or try to provoke you. But your attitude must not be handed over to anyone who didn't earn that power. The moment you let someone else control your attitude, you let them control your day. And the moment you let your anger or frustration steer you, you weaken your authority over your own life. To fix your attitude daily is to reclaim control over your internal climate even when the external world is unpredictable. Your attitude becomes your compass. It turns confusion into direction, heaviness into hope, and obstacles into opportunities for refinement. When your attitude is aligned with purpose, you begin to carry a quiet strength that nothing around you can easily disturb. You walk differently. You think more clearly. You handle difficulties with wisdom instead of panic. And you begin to produce results that reflect the stability of someone who has learned to govern their inner world with intention. Discipline is the quiet force that separates those who dream from those who rise. It is the unseen work, the choices you make when no one is watching, the decisions that seem small in the moment but build a foundation strong enough to carry a future you haven't even stepped into yet. Discipline doesn't shout. It doesn't demand applause. It whispers through your actions, showing the world who you truly are far more loudly than your intentions ever could. Every day you must fix your discipline because without it, even the greatest vision becomes fragile. People often blame circumstances, timing, or luck, but the real battle is usually in the daily commitments they abandon. A goal without discipline is nothing more than a wish dressed in optimism. You can desire change, crave progress, and pray for elevation, but without discipline, nothing moves. Discipline is the engine. It is the structure that turns potential into progress. Fixing your discipline means refusing to live by feeling. Feelings are unpredictable guests. They show up when they want to and disappear when you need them. Discipline shows up even when everything inside you wants to quit. Discipline is what makes you get up when your comfort tells you to stay down. It pulls you into consistency when excuses try to bargain with you. It builds habits that outlive motivation. Motivation may spark you, but discipline keeps the fire burning long after the spark fades. There will always be reasons to postpone your growth. There will always be distractions dressed like obligations, pulling your attention in every direction except the one that leads you toward purpose. But discipline teaches you to say no. It teaches you to prioritize. It teaches you to protect your time like a treasure. It teaches you to focus on what strengthens you, not what entertains your procrastination. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen a muscle that makes your future more possible. Discipline is also a form of self-respect. It is the recognition that your future deserves more than your excuses. It is the belief that your purpose is too valuable to be tossed aside whenever life gets inconvenient. When you honor your commitments to yourself, you reinforce the truth that you are capable, dependable, and worthy of the results you seek. You stop seeking validation and start building evidence through action. There will be days when discipline feels heavy, when progress feels slow, when your efforts seem invisible, but discipline teaches patience. It teaches endurance. It teaches the art of building quietly, trusting that what you are constructing behind the scenes will one day be revealed in strength, success, and stability. Discipline is not fast, but it is faithful. It may not give you instant rewards, but it never leaves you empty-handed. When you fix your discipline daily, you begin to see results that others call lucky, not realizing the hours you invested when the world was asleep. You begin to rise above old patterns. You begin to transform from someone who hopes to someone who executes. And slowly, day by day, you build a life that reflects not just what you wanted, but what you worked for with unwavering consistency.